mairie ak paay amuñ kayit ñoo xam ne xale yoo xam ne amuñ 18 years suñu amee 18 years ñu dem register seen boppa
su ma jaamee jërëjëf
jërëjëf Birane waaw soo demee waa dëkk ba nag na gaay toog foofu xaar leen dina ñëw
xalaat bokk na ci li gën a soxal doomi aadama xalaat pour jokkoo ngir sa business wala lu la itteel wala jokkook say soppe FIG bureau de change ñu ngi fii ngir gis ne jokkoo boobu am na te léegi suñ banking hall bu ees bi nekk ci Kairaba Avenue dafa gën a yombal yónnee ak jot xaalis FIG bureau de change mooy MoneyGram bi jiitu ci réew mi ñu am lu toll ci ñeneen fukki banxaas ci ñaar fukki màkkaan ak juróom-ñetta
From Pura, very responsible people. They know the need for you to register your SIM cards, and the start-of date will be this Sunday, the 15th of January. Let me welcome you once again to the Gambia Radio and Television Services. With me in the studios live is, of course, Mr. Momo Lamin Samposise, Deputy Director, Electricity. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mike.
Good, and of course, Aida Mboob, she was here with us the last time when we started this program. She's the Deputy Director of Legal Licensing and Enforcement at Pura. Good to see you again, Aida.
Thank you.
And of course, someone who has been with us also last time we were around is Solo Sima. He's the Director of Consumer Affairs. Solo, welcome.
Thank you, Malik.
Very good. Last time when we came here, we initially talked about the need for the registration of SIM cards. We delved into why people need to register their SIM cards. We also looked at the kickoff time for this to be done, as well as the lifespan of how it's going to, when it's going to, the duration of people to register their SIM cards. And we said kickoff this Sunday, and you have up to the 15th of June. But what has been happening? Have people been responding? Solo, let me begin with you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, listeners. Thank you for joining us. Of course, Malik, the response has been immense, and it's been overwhelming. The whole idea of people and their personal welfare, we all want to guard our personal welfare jealously. And this is what has been happening. People know the reason why they have to do it. It's for them. It's for the avoidance of nuisance calls, the silent callers, the callers that will call and insult you. These are some of the reasons that most people are telling us that they appreciate the whole idea, which is, by the way, is not limited to the Gambia. It's a worldwide phenomenon. Everywhere else is doing it, and Gambia, by no exception, is not going to be left behind in doing this as part of our cybersecurity, which everybody else is doing.
All right, meaning that people are responding, the operators, the mobile phone companies are busy, and of course, what has been the response from the operators themselves? Ada?
As we mentioned last week, this whole process has been a very consultative one. And so our relationship with the operators in terms of the way we operate at Pura has been to always consult with regards to any decision that we want to take. SIM card registration is directly linked to the GSM operators' businesses. And so the success of it relies on the cooperation of the GSM operators, considering that they are the ones who have the relationship with their subscribers. They have the contract with their subscribers. They are the ones who are supposed to collect and also keep on their databases the subscribers' details. So their contribution is actually very crucial to the success of the project, and we're very, happy to recognize that they've been extremely, they've been very, very involved in the process. They've been very generous, as we said in the last week's program, in terms of their donations to the sensitization. They've been giving us billboards, radio spots, GRTS spots, and they've also been contributing in terms of their staff and the amount of money that they've had to put into it is a big investment in terms of manpower, in terms of financial resources. And these are things they're all committed to doing. Some of our GSM operators, like, are operating in Gambia and in other parts of the world. And in those parts of the world also, SIM card registration is being undertaken. So they are already aware of the process. They're already used to the process. It's more of an expansion as opposed to a new process for them. So they've been very collaborative, and it's been very successful on their part.
Madam, some supposed say your title sort of makes me think, where do you come from? Deputy Director Electricity.
Yeah.
I know we're not talking about NAWIC in this program.
Yeah.
But don't you think this is coming at a very late time? We should have started this long time ago, but it's coming up now. And just tell us, why do people need to really register their SIM cards, the dangers in it and stuff like that?
All right. Thank you very much, Malik. As you know, Pura is multi-sectoral. We deal with both electricity, water, and telecoms. And so we have a variety of sectors that we address. The reason why SIM card is happening now is, as you know, 10 years ago when we all started, it was just about voice. Hello, Malik, how are you? And that's it. But now the SIM card is becoming more than just something to call with. It's becoming something to use for data, to access data services, internet services. And we have also seen that access in the Gambia has increased a lot. Initially, when SIM card came, there was no registration, and so there was a lot of growth, a lot of operators coming into the market. We moved from 1 to 2, now we have 4. And so we are also seeing that a lot of companies are offering services that actually can be built on the SIM card platform. For example, some banks are offering financial services. You can access your bank account, you can transfer money to your bank account. You can also even, for example, Solo can send me credit and I can send him credit. So you can see that the SIM card has to become secure. And we also know that sometimes people become victim of some scams. You might just get a text message that says you've won £500,000. Send a text message to 119. But you don't know who sent you this text. So a lot of things are happening where if people are not protected, then the SIM card can also be abused. And this is why it's happening now. Another reason, as Solo mentioned earlier, is to deal with personal well-being. Sometimes you have people innocently receive a call and somebody would say things they don't like, insult them or something. And they have a right to lodge a complaint. But at the moment, with just the way it is now, you can only link the call to a number, but you don't know who is behind the number. And this is why SIM card is coming up now. It's after almost 10 years in the sector, we are learning from some of the issues that have surfaced. And like any country that is developing, when something becomes an issue, it needs to be addressed. And this is why SIM card is happening now as well.
Well, we're going to be very, let me put it this way, we're going to be interactive into this program, meaning we will accept your calls to ask questions pertaining to this exercise, the need for the registration of your SIM cards. He's put it very mildly, but I'll come to you sample later on to look at the extreme side of failing to register your SIM card, or people who use SIM card in the extreme side of life. We know that you can even detonate a bomb via a SIM card. You could do fraudulent practices by using SIM card. You can hack into somebody's bank account and stuff like that. But let me just put it this way. If you want to call us and ask questions, you could call us here on 437-5905. And viewers in Europe, in America, or wherever you are and catching us on satellite, our country code 220-437-3910. And you can also follow this program on the World Wide Web, www.grts.gm. The extreme dangers of the SIM card.
Thank you, Malik. Yes, the extreme dangers. I think before I go into that, I'll just want to give a simple definition of what SIM is. SIM is a subscriber identification module. That's what we are shortening by calling it SIM. So if you hear subscriber identification module, it means the SIM itself is identified on operator's network.